going live. I still missed a dink. No dink.
No dink.
I mean, I look forward to dink. And people are like, what do dink?
Really?
What is this dink that they speak of?
You really need to get out more.
Yes. Hey, folks. Welcome. GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast patron pre-show. We are just getting set up right now. I think we're actually pretty well set up. I'm actually quite pleased. So let me move this over here. We are actually, you know what we forgot? We have no lights. The lights are not turned on. There is no lights for us to, there's no lights. I really should have been nice and got it.
You should have.
But you're closer.
Whatever.
Sorry. Okay. That's much better. Thank you, sweetheart.
Uh-huh.
You are wonderful beyond your wares.
Mm.
I have no idea what that means, but sounds good.
Oh. We'll see.
Awesome. All right. Hey, folks. Welcome. All right. I think we're ready now. The lights are on. We're on. People are here. It is good. Let me make sure this is set up here. And I think we're going to be all set. Lights, camera, action. Absolutely. So, yeah, interesting stuff. Good things. Overall.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get your graph or your maze to figure it out? Did you cheat to figure it out? I was very okay. I actually did not cheat initially.
Uh-huh.
Or actually,
I was like, do not lie to people.
Initially, I tried, but that's besides the point. I tried to be sneaky.
Uh-huh.
For the people that don't know, there's 3 weekends that HQ Geocaching HQ has a mission for you, and the first one that we went out to, you had to figure out what the heck was it? It was that I couldn't do it. I needed help. Oh, the license plates that you had to figure out a counting letters type thing to get your answer, and then you would be told by putting in the keyword what
you had to do.
What you had to do, and in 2 weekends ago, you had to go out and find a geocache with 10 or more favorite points.
Uh-huh.
This week, you were given a maze, a rather extensive maze that you had to go through. And as you went through the maze, you had to pick out the letters that would be in your path as you go through said maze. That would give you your code word. And I'm very proud of Scott Burks. He solved it on his own. Way to go, Scott. He, like myself, are not very well when it comes to
not very good.
No, we're not good at all when it comes to puzzle solving, but that's what other friends and family are for.
Search for guidance.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
So no, basically what happens is I'm a graphics guy. I do a lot of computer graphic type things. I do logos and stuff and whatever needs to be done for all these years with all the stuff that we have with the websites and that. So there's a graphics program technique that is called Magic Wand. And what that means is if you were to take and make a square in the graphics program, and if you clicked on the inside of the square, the inside would fill up with what they call dancing, running ants. So it would make this nice pattern because it only knows to go in the area that you want. So on the inside of the square, you could put it on the outside of the square and it'll do the same thing. Everything on the outside will be filled up and the inside will stay untouched. Okay, so thinks I go. If you've got a maze and the only path to get from the top of the maze to the bottom of the maze, there's only one path to get there, that if you use magic wand and just click towards the top of the maze, it would go and actually follow all the way through, and ta-da, there you go, you're done. It didn't work. So it's one of those things they honestly thought, apparently, ahead of everybody.
Ahead of him, anyway.
Yeah, whatever. And they must have little holes in the maze so that it'll not let you get away with that. So I had to literally go through and follow and figure out. And
you had to do it the old-fashioned way.
I had to do it the old-fashioned way and actually do it. But I did do it. I figured it out. I was very pleased. Took about 15, 20 minutes or so.
And then you've done it the right way.
Right. But it's much more fun when you can come up with creative ways to the same result. People, one person's cheats, another person's
it's another person's cheat. It's all cheating.
Pumpkin spice is so good.
Yeah, well, still cheating.
It is so nice this time of year. Yeah, so anyways, that's what it is. We figured out the maze, we got the word, and we know what to look for when it comes to this weekend. If you don't get this, in other words, if you're not a premium member, don't worry. What'll happen is turn on your geocaching app this weekend, and it will pop up and say, this is your mission, and actually just tell you what you need to do. So, exactly, just using the resources available to me. Exactly correct. Anyways, you got to do what you got to do. Pumpkin spice.
Yes.
I am very happy. That's the problem is, just off subject, since we're already off subject.
Yeah.
I like the beginning part of fall where pumpkin spice comes out initially. So in other words, pumpkin spice coffee. Absolutely love pumpkin spice coffee. By the time you actually get to Halloween, it's like pumpkin spice deodorant, pumpkin spice toilet papers, pumpkin spice, everything's pumpkin spice.
Yes, it is.
And you just get sick of it. It's like, come on.
I don't, because I don't eat it or
you don't like
it.
Pumpkin spice, so
No.
that's so it doesn't matter. For me, it's like, please stop with the pumpkin spice. Just a couple of things to make me happy and go from there.
Everything is pumpkin.
Everything. And this year it is.
And people act like everybody in the world loves it. Because you'll go in, say like Panera.
Yeah.
Oh, we have pumpkin spice scones.
Yes, or bagels.
Ew, why did you ruin the scone?
Pumpkin and butternut soup is awesome. I love it. No, it's very traditional. That's traditional Thanksgiving. I love. Isn't it English? Didn't it come over from England, if I'm not mistaken? Pumpkin and butternut soup.
I am not a pumpkin person.
Oh, love it, love it, love it, love it. But yeah, it just gets ridiculous. Now, I'm really upset with Cracker Barrel because it's gone way too far. It was frickin' July.
I'm not upset with them.
And they already had the Halloween stuff out.
Yeah, that was a little far.
Then it's August, so of course the Thanksgiving stuff's out. Yeah. Come on, 3 months in advance?
Yeah.
Come on. The holiday season's for the holidays. Did you ever participate with Christmas in July?
Some stuff I did.
Christmas in July. I don't know if this goes worldwide or and some of the people correct me if I'm wrong.
One of my friends did a Jamboree Christmas in July.
Yeah. I remember as a kid being very excited because my uncles and my mom would throw a Christmas in July party. So all the relatives would come over. You'd do dollar gifts.
Yep.
And everybody brings, usually it was a brunch kind of thing. So you had breakfast and lunch type stuff. Yeah. And you just got together and exchanged gifts, just an excuse to go and have fun.
Yes, but this is taking it a little far.
Yeah, come on, July and just doing Halloween. Come on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's a little bit premature. I mean, the back to school stuff wasn't even out yet, and they've already got that. That's like, come on, guys, give it a rest.
Yeah. But a lot of people like to get the decorations out and decorate the house up and stuff.
Okay.
And I know you get that.
And as much as I sit there and say Halloween, how can you do that? I don't have a clear picture, but I'll get one. If you notice right about here,
yes,
we were at in Michael's, which is a craft store, and they have some of the coolest Halloween stuff.
They
out.
really do. It
really,
gets better every year.
Really good quality Halloween.
I need a
stuff.
job there.
And so, as much as I gripe, like, oh man, why you got Halloween out? It's like, well, since you got it out, let's go see. And so, I've got a raven right here that I fell in love with, and it's
and
like,
he named it.
Yeah, Chasfire. Chasfire is awesome. One of the things way back when I was in my early 20s, I started writing short stories and books. Never got published, never went out. It's just for fun for me. And got into Dungeons and Dragons way back then.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, go figure. And what I would do is I would write out entire adventures. And then after I played them with about 15 other nerds, we would go through. I had a guide that helped them out whenever they got stuck in the adventure. And it was Chasfire. Chasfire was a black raven that when he was done being very sarcastic, go figure, and when it was time for him to leave and go do something else, he would disappear in a puff of logic. And that's what how it always ended. And so when I saw this, I'm like, oh wow, that reminds me of somebody, because I've got Sigmund over here. You can just see my bearings aren't all that great. Sorry, honey.
Oh, the owl.
The owl right here is Sigmund,
Let me point.
Which thank you. That's Sigmund.
Like right.
Yeah, he's a ceramic owl that that actually was my mom's, that I always had a fancy for. So when she passed, that was one of the things that I got to get to take with me. So I've always had Sigmund, and I've just never had my Chasfire. So now I have it.
Really, the raven should be Roy, but
Raven Roy?
No, Sigmund and Roy.
Oh.
Roy and Sigmund. Or he should be Freud or whatever, Sigmund Freud.
Yeah, well, that's, kind of how it goes.
Or he should be Poe.
Yes, dear. That's cliche.
Whatever, I'm just saying.
Just saying. So anyways, that's how that goes. We so now you know that yes, I was a geek even way back when. That's, shockers.
And we're all shocked.
Yes. So yeah, anyways, so if you're geared up for the Mission GC, we'll talk a little bit about it in the show. We'll go out, and if you really need to know what it is, let me know and I'll tell you the code word. Or Christmas on the beach. Now you're talking. See, we couldn't do it in Michigan because Christmas on the beach back there meant like ice fishing. But in July, and I'll give you a little more history of HeadHardHat. My parents, oh geez, here we go.
I'm just kidding.
My parents met in Canada because both of my grandparents, their parents, had cottages on Lake Erie in Canada. So I remember as a kid, young, going to the cottage every summer and usually spending almost the entire summer there at either one of the grandparents. And we always had beach parties at night. Loved it. It was awesome, especially when you're a 5-year-old kid, being able to run around with sticks that are on fire by water. Come on. I'm just saying. But yeah, Christmas on the beach would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to, since we're down here, we can look into that, because it's never really that cold around Christmas anyways.
Mm-mm.
So
or in the mountains.
No, the mountains is cold.
It's Christmas. It's supposed to be cold.
Yes, I know, but it's much more enjoyable on the beach than in the mountains if you're going for that kind of thing. Of course, you can always go to Biltmore during Christmas. I can't wait. I've heard of legendary stuff about that.
It is. They have luminaria around that place that will blow your mind.
Yeah, well, that kind of money, they bloody well better.
And there's 2 lions out on the front,
Uh-huh.
statues.
Yeah.
And they put wreaths around their heads.
Uh-huh.
And they're just hanging there. The whole place is just,
it's gorgeous.
yeah. I mean, the trees that they have to decorate every year.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine the amount of
crazy.
lights? Can you imagine what the electrical has got to be for something like that?
That place is just, we'll have to go.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yep.
There just aren't words.
You
pull up and you go, oh my God.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Very cool.
We go at night.
Well, of course. Or even during the day, and I can imagine in the mansion, it's got to be pretty freaking fantastic.
No, you have to go at night.
Yeah.
That's lit up.
And
I
it's
mean, you can
magical.
go back at day.
Yeah.
But
it's magical.
it is so freaking awesome.
Why we got on Christmas? Because of that's,
yeah, because
I'm just saying.
Simon's fault.
Yeah, it's all Simon's fault. But so yeah, anyways, we if you really want to know what you need to do if you're a basic member, just email me at gsreboot@gmail.com, and I will tell you what the thing that you're supposed to do so you can get your second souvenir. So should be a lot of fun. We went out last weekend, and unfortunately, wife Amy did not do so well. She's actually still trying to recover from this. Apparently, when we said that she has a range of about 6 degrees, we weren't kidding. She went out. Actually, the story goes, why don't you tell them the first part? What caused all this?
I mowed the grass.
She went out to mow the grass like on Friday.
Yeah. And normally that's not a big deal.
Right.
And, but I was taking breaks like every 20 minutes, which is highly unusual for me.
Right.
So I'm taking breaks and I'm thinking, this is just stupid. Why am I having to do this? But I kept on going. By the end of it, I had not cut. We got about what, 3/4 of an acre?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the back. Yeah.
So I was mowing the back and I was going to mow about half of it and then stop.
Right.
Which I normally can do without a problem.
Yeah.
Too much of a problem.
Right.
And so I got about halfway through and had to stop because I felt like I was going to throw up.
Yeah.
And I thought, this is not right. So I thought, okay, well, maybe it's just because
right.
It's the humidity or something.
Yeah, because it's been really hot and humid down here.
So I went in and I took a cooler shower, drank some water, just chilled for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
The next day we went out, walked about 2 miles.
Right.
And that just didn't go well.
It killed her. It really did. It was just because I'm starting to look into things about heat exhaustion and the rest of it, because she was extremely thirsty. She's, completely fatigued, all the rest. And I thought, okay, she just plain
I had
overdid
a headache
it.
like nothing. I mean, I've had migraines before.
Right.
But 2 Excedrin didn't even touch this.
Wow. Yeah, that's not good.
So
needless to say,
I slept for like 12 hours.
Right. So that was last Saturday.
Yeah.
Sunday was pretty much.
That was a fun weekend.
Yeah, Sunday was a bust. She was, just way fatigued, and so it literally got to the point where she had to go to the doctor's today, and go that way. So, long story short, she's not feeling good. They're still trying to figure out what's going on, and we'll go from there. But we actually did go out. We did some Pokemon and some geocaches. And the funny part is where the way that we went to the lake, this particular park that we went, we had gone a year ago or so and did like 12 or 13 geocaches on this whole side of the lake. We came in on the other side this time, and just, it was all right. We got some Pokemons. I was there because it's like, oh, there's a nest of blah blah blahs, and I'm like, oh, let's go. We got to do this. And we went through with that, and that was it. And we went through, and she's like, we got to go back.
Yeah.
So that was it.
Could not do it. Nope.
No fun.
Only showing your avatar, apparently.
Okay. Well, we can double check something and see what's going on. I don't know why anything else is going. Everything seems to be running at the time, but I will bring this up.
Here.
Yeah, bring it up on yours, and we'll go from there. But yeah, good stuff.
We're
Good.
showing both of us, so it's okay.
All right, so we're still moving and
Yeah,
talking, and
yeah, we're good.
all right. So it just might be a little timeout.
Oh, it's good now. Okay.
All right, good. Good to know. Hey, we try to check things as much as we can. I had something weird last night happen on Geocaching Podcast.
Was Scott on?
Scott was on. Yes, Scott was on. We did two things. The first thing was, and if I'm going to do a shout out here anyways, because that way we can get all the audiences. If you don't know, I host another geocaching podcast called the Geocaching Podcast. And
it's such a genius name.
Well, it was one of the first ones. What can I say? Talk to X-Punk X and Daryl W4. That's where that came from. So anyways.
You're so creative, Daryl.
Stop it. It was great thinking. So anywho, now you throw me completely off. I see this is what happens.
Yes.
It throws me off.
I know. Shout out.
So anyways, Corey Stevens, we do the show with myself, Scott Burks, which you may or may not know from the Chicago Geocaching Podcast, which he's actually at West Bend this weekend. If you're out at the Cache Bash, go see Scott. Say HeadHardHat said to come and ask for an autograph so that he gives you an autograph. He's going to be on the stage with Walt Grogan at 10 o'clock. So make sure you're there.
Tonight?
No, on Saturday. So anyways, Corey Stevens and of course we got Taz, Chad Courtney that is there. Mm-hmm. Corey Stevens has been out for about since October. He's just had a lot of stuff go on. He's in Montana. He moved like almost into Caribouville where they had no internet. It was just really bad.
But now they're back, right?
They're trying to get back and do some stuff, but it's just taking longer. He's got his own business and all that.
Right.
So we just talked and we kind of agreed maybe it's time for him to kind of bow out for now.
Right.
And if he wants to come back, he's more than welcome.
Yeah.
Well, we are doing a search for a new co-host for the Geocaching Podcast. And so if you are interested, we've got all the information about the show. Go see last night's episode of Geocaching Podcast, or just email me at headhardhat@geocachingpodcast.com. If you're interested in being a co-host of the show, by all means, please check that out and let us know. We'd love to hear from you. And it's a lot of cool things, a lot of stuff, but it takes a little bit of time to get a new co-host. It's got to be the right fit, the right feel for everything, and going from there. But the only way we can get you fine folks is to let you know. So that's what we're doing here. So yeah, good stuff. I'm afraid. What's up?
Yeah, he said, wasn't there a time when I wouldn't say boo to a goose and now I've dissed another host?
Yes.
I'm like, yeah, see what happens when I get comfortable.
See what happens? When you're the first lady of geocaching, things kind of go to your head.
It's all in fun.
Of course it is.
I just pick on Scott.
Yes. Scott is fun.
Because he can take it.
He can't take it. He's a riot. Yeah. So it's good stuff.
Oh, no. Just for the record, because I knew that was going to happen, or I was afraid it was. My resume will not be submitted for this extra co-host.
Oh, gee, honey, 2 shows a week? Come on.
No, my friend.
Yes, we need our separate time.
Yeah.
We need our us time.
He has his other show. I have my time where I can watch whatever I want to watch on the TV.
Yes.
And do my thing and talk smack about him to the cats. 1 night a week. Yeah, no.
Oh, she loves it. And it is a lot. I'll tell you what, when you do 2,
it's a lot.
When you do 2 shows a week, that is a lot, especially when you got to come up with content and all the rest, produce it.
Yeah, see, I don't even have to do that.
No, she's just got to show up to the mic and talk. And, yeah.
No.
That's how it goes.
No. I mean, yeah, no.
Yeah.
I enjoy doing this one,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't do the other one.
Yeah, it makes it interesting. And quite frankly,
You love me, but you don't want me there.
I never said that. Wait a minute.
Yeah. No, I'm
I-
not a good fit for that one. I
Okay.
truly am not.
Okay.
I truly am not. It's more of a techie show, more
Yeah,
whatever.
it's
It's a guy show. That is not me.
it tends to be. We get into some interesting discussions, and then we take a left turn, and then we go that
Yeah.
way, take another left turn, and
Nope,
then take a right turn.
I don't need it.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I could keep up,
Oh, I bet.
but maybe Jesse needs to do that if they need a girl.
There you go. Hey, we will take a girl. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
If
really
Jesse
cool.
wants to do it, rock on, sister.
Now, the interesting thing, we have Scott Burks up in Chicago. We have me here in Raleigh, North Carolina. We have Taz in somewhere in California. So we're kind of looking for somebody in the Southwest, kind of where Taz used to be, Texas way.
Texas, yeah,
And
maybe
go-
Arkansas.
Because we love getting the different.
Hint to someone who listens very frequently and may come into our chat room.
Okay, good enough. So yeah, it's an interesting
Who
process.
might be male.
Might be.
Mhm.
Okay, well that's good. I'm just saying. I got nothing.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
thinking of somebody.
Okay. So why is this locked up? Hang on a sec. My screen's locked here on this side. I'm gonna see if I can unlock it and relock it. No, that's actually jammed. That's interesting. I don't know why I did that.
Why are you jammed?
Well, our show notes are jammed.
Grape or strawberry?
I like raspberry.
Ooh, raspberry would be nice.
Raspberry's good.
Yep.
All right, so let me see if I can bring this. Uh-oh.
Oh, geez. Now we're seriously having some technical difficulties.
All right, hang on. Hang on.
There we go.
That's that. Is this working? No. Can I exit this out?
So it's the mouse.
No, it's not the mouse. It is something in. All right. Of course, 1 minute before we start. 1 minute before we start. All right, hang on. 1 second, folks. All righty. So this actually is locked up. Is anything else working? Let's see. We got the pre-show. Let's see if Amy and Amy. Nope, this is locked up. All right. Well, interesting.
Yeah, nothing's moving on the screen. I mean, the video's going. We can see ourselves moving
Right.
and things like that. But the show notes won't move.
The mouse is moving.
The mouse is moving. But
We are locked up.
I mean, the screen is locked
Right.
for movement.
All right.
I mean, he can't get anything to move. So.
No. Okay, so hang on for half
I mean,
a second.
He can't exit out of anything. So.
Right. So,
So we may have to
we may have to bow out for half a second. And
jump in
do
a car
road.
and do it on the road. Yeah, I know. I haven't gotten any first offense
Not since
pop
then.
up tonight.
This is odd. I have no idea why this is doing this. Let me see if I can bring this over. And if this, yeah, something is like majorly locked up. All right. Will this even start the show?
Oh, it's not even stopping.
It's not even stopping. All right. This is where Andy panics.
Andy's losing his mind at the moment.
Yes, hang on half a second. All right, I have no idea. Nothing's working. And I have no idea as to why. I don't think it's the mouse. So,
well, will it allow you to click on not click, but go to the show note? Can you get to the show notes and see if it's actually the mouse? No, from your keyboard.
Right.
Can you get to the show notes?
No, I can't click on anything.
No, no, honey.
All right.
From your keyboard, take your hand off the mouse.
Yes.
From your keyboard, can you get to the show notes?
Tab. tab. I don't know if there's any other way of doing it. No, actually, I cannot.
Okay.
The
So the video's gone now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back. If you're hearing from us, we're gonna boot the system, and we will go from there, folks. Hang on. We'll check this. We're booting while we're doing this. All right, so something locked up, but it's partially working. So I'm going to take this off and all right. Restart. Shut down.
There we are.
All right, there's
We're
that.
backwards, but there we are.
Yeah, we'll fix that in a minute.
Yeah, I know.
All right,
I say that
folks.
every time. We have the same thing every time.
Right. All right, folks. Let's see if we're actually working here. We should be back. Let us know in the chat room when you can actually see us, and we'll see if we can get some of this other stuff going.
And yes, we know we're backwards when you can see us.
No, we're not compared.
Oh, we're not?
No.
Oh.
There we go. Things are starting to come back now. All right. It's just taking its time doing there. All right. Hey, I think we're working. I just need to get a couple things up here really, really quick. We're not in the pre-show anymore. Yay. I will bring one thing up and we'll be ready to start. I just want to make sure. Could you check if we're broadcasting?
We are.
Excellent. And I will get this. With what now?
No.
All right. Technical difficulties. You know, it's crazy. For some reason, the screen's locked up. I've got a split screen on the iMac, and that's a new one. We'll write that one down in our.
No, you should not.
We'll write that one down.
No, why would you do that?
All right. I think it's time to go. What? We will bypass.
A cricket protein bar?
I'll pass.
Ew.
But that is lots of protein. All right, folks, sit back, relax, get your favorite libation.
Weird things in New Zealand. I think I'll bring my own food.
Favorite libation, your favorite snack. I think it's time to get this going. Thanks for putting up with the technical difficulties, but at least we got to get back quickly.
Yeah, we did. That was quick.
That was good. All right, let's do this thing.
Yep, pretty quick.
Pretty quick. Hello, and welcome to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. I'm your host, Andy HeadHardHat Smith, and I am here with the wonderful, the delightful, the slightly flaky wife, Amy. Well, we just had some flakiness, so I just kind of transitioned into that. You're not flaky, honey. You're beautiful. You use Head and Shoulders. Just saying.
No,
So yeah,
I don't.
we had some technical difficulties. Another new one in the GeoSnippets saga of holy cow, what's happening now with technical difficulties. It was rather interesting. We went through and we were just talking, and it was like 8:30, and we're right on time, and we're just chugging along here, and okay, let's go. And I'm sitting here with my mouse, which I just made sure was completely. It's one of those, battery mouses that you just plug into your USB and it charges it. So everything's charged. Everything's where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, we're on time. And
we are on
the
time.
computer god said,
no,
we can't have that.
Sorry, come on, you lose. So I went to click on stuff and nothing happened. And I'm like, I have two panes up on our iMac, which is beautiful. I love this. It's a great way to do the show. And I'm clicking, the mouse is moving, nothing else is happening, but the video is working. So it's like somebody took
his head starts to explode.
Yeah, it's like what to do.
Yeah.
So that's how that went. So we ended up having to boot, and fortunately with the iMac, which is a lot better than Windows, it goes down, it comes right back up. We got the two screens back up. We're ready to rock and roll.
It's better than Windows if you have experienced my issues with my computer.
Yes, which this is the first week in 3 that she hasn't had an update going on.
I know.
It's awesome.
That it doesn't scream at me, do not turn off your computer.
Or like, death and havoc.
Well, if you would hurry up and update, I wouldn't do it.
So anywho,
what do I know?
Well, welcome to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. We are recording live here in the GeoSnippets studios in Raleigh, North Carolina. It is August 11th. I can't believe we're in mid-August already. Good stuff. Tons of things going on. We've got a lot of fun. I think this will be fun for everybody. It's kind of some geo basics that we're going to do. We're going to go back and get into some glossary of terms and some acronyms. Some of them are out of the geocaching.com's glossary. So there's some interesting ones that we're going to go over tonight that you might want to write down and go from there. So anyways, lots to do tonight. Let's see. Geocaching wise, we got Amy sick. Yay! We went out. Well, she went out. Long story short, you can listen to the pre-show if you want for that.
You want the whole boring story.
If you want the whole story, but long story short, she tried to cut knee-high grass in summer in North Carolina in 90-some-odd degree weather and high humidity,
which normally is not a big deal. I mean, I'm from here. Come on, but
yes, it did. So she ended up having what we kind of thought was kind of like heat stroke or heat exhaustion. Yeah. So she was fatigued. She didn't feel good. And this actually persisted for a good part of the week. And we're still looking into some stuff. But that Saturday, we went on probably about a 2-mile hike. It would have been more, but she's like, I can't do this. It was just too much. So we did get some geocaching. We did do some Pokemon stuff. I'm starting to grow a list of places I want to go just to do just that, geocaching and Pokemoning while we're doing it. And I'm dying to go to the beach. Everybody that we talk to here in North Carolina says if you go to the ocean.
A friend of mine got a Jinx in Manhattan.
Really? That's awesome. I know where a nest is here. So anywho, there's you get all sorts of stuff when you go to the ocean. Apparently,
Amanda can Pokemon too with her new phone.
Yes, Giannis, the daughter went through and got a new phone. Long story.
That's
so anyways,
saga, but anyway,
yeah. So she's all happy because she can Pokemon now too.
She ran in. I can Pokemon. I said, well, there just aren't words. There are, but I'm not going to say them.
Yeah, should be
Love you,
interesting.
Amanda.
Love you, honey. So yeah, that's how that went, and I'm just never gonna be rich. I'm just telling you, that's how it is. So,
Nope.
anyways,
destined to just be here.
yeah. Which is fine. I mean, whatever. We'll go from there. So you say to yourself, hey, those people, when she's not sick and he's not being overly weird, are pretty cool. And we want to learn more about them. And
That's not going to stop.
We got, how do we get in touch with them? How do we find out how to go to the show live? Because the worldwide chat room, which is awesome, has so many people from around the world, thus worldwide, to go through and chat through, and most of the time they're not even on the same subject we are. Yes.
You don't chat through people.
Well, some do. But you've got a whole chat room usually talking about stuff that we're not even talking about, and interesting subjects. Really, really good.
Yeah, sometimes I've gotten recipes.
Yes. And if you want to meet up with some really, really cool people, stop on by while we do the show live and jump in our chat room. All you have to do is go to geosnippits.com/GS-reboot-podcast, or just go to our main screen and just click on the GS Reboot link at the top of the screen. It'll take you here to the live showing where you get to see us live and get in on the chat room fun stuff. It's really cool. We have quite the family in the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast universe, and they are very diverse. It is awesome. So anyways, we do that. We've got the show going on at geosnippits.com on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. We also have all our social media links. Please, please, please make sure you get us in your Google circles. Get us in Facebook if you like. All the links to all the social webs is up in the upper section of geosnippits.com and geosnippitsreboot.com. And just check it out. And make sure you also subscribe to HeadHardHat's YouTube channel, because all our podcasts and any videos that we do all go out through there, and it goes automatically in your subscribe bucket. You can just click on that and go and get all the great geocaching fun that we do each and every week. Let's see. We have our voicemail line where you can call in your comments, your questions, your suggestions by calling 919-341-9519. Or you don't have to worry about that, especially for our friends that have phones overseas and charges and all that fun stuff. You can go to geosnippits.com or geosnippitsreboot.com. On the right side of the screen is the Send Voicemail tab. Click onto that, and it gets you hooked up with SpeakPipe. And you get up to 3 minutes to talk about anything you want. And we will 9 times out of 10 just put it right on the show and have you talk about milestones or anything that you've accomplished or questions or whatever you want that's geocaching related. We'll get that out for you. The cool thing about it, doesn't cost you anything. And just do that, and it's free and it's easy. And please, by all means, give it a try.
Now, the big news.
Yes,
Mission GC.
Right. I'm going to bring this up for her since this is now working, and it'll be easier for her. How did you guys do? We're kind of curious. Let us know.
It was that big maze.
Well, that's this one. The one 2 weeks ago where you had to go find out and figure out the code through the license plates.
The license plates, yeah.
And then you had to go find
this is what happens because I don't know what the world shows about.
The geocache with 10 favorite points or not.
Yes.
And now we got another one that if you were a premium member, they sent you the latest task, which involved a very, very elaborate maze.
Yes. Which I like.
Which is very cool. And
I haven't done it, but I like it.
As you've gone through the maze, you will reach letters.
Yes.
In your path. And it will set up a keyword. Put in the keyword, you get what the next subject is and what the next task to get your souvenir number 2. And that's for this weekend, August 13th and 14th. And even after this, in 2 more weeks, which is August 27th and 28th, you even got a chance for a 3rd souvenir, which is really good. I'm going to just leave that there, Starcracker. So anywho, that's what's going on. Now we have gone This week we had almost a sad Amy because we had no feedback.
Oh,
So please, I'm going to have some more pumpkin spice coffee
dude.
here.
It's like we have to keep you awake every week. What is this?
It's fatigue. I'm just saying. So anyhow, um, yeah, please send in your feedback. Send us your milestones, questions, comments, anything that's going on with the real world, because it gives me a break from not having to talk so much, and you don't have to listen to me so much,
More
and then
importantly.
and you can hear wife Amy, which is much more fun. So, anyways, check out they've got from Mission GC from the geocaching blog, and it's got all the details. We have the link to it in our show notes for you to check it out. And the last souvenir was pretty cool. I'm kind of curious to see what this week's souvenir is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this one's a little bit, doesn't seem as tasking as the other August type goals have been the past few years.
Mm-hmm.
This one's like, hey, all right, here you need to do this. And another 2 weeks go by, and then another 2 weeks go by. And it's really not that, man, you got to get this done, and then it feels like a job.
Right.
So it seems a lot more fun with that. All right, so good stuff. Yeah, by all means, please get we don't want to say it, Amy, get some viewer feedback in, and we would greatly appreciate it. Send a gsreboot@gmail.com and just put in sad Amy or something, feedback, whatever, and we'll check it out. No sad Amy would be even better. All right, moving on to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast geocaching poll of the week. This is kind of an interesting one. Went out kind of quick. Got a lot of responses to it, though. And I'll bring this up for wife Amy.
I did not vote on this one.
Did you not vote on this one?
No.
Okay. So I'll let you bring that up.
Okay. Have you ever found and logged a benchmark?
Do you know what a benchmark is?
Yes.
Okay.
And the answer is no.
Okay.
At 8% is what is a benchmark.
Right.
19% is no.
Okay.
I guess 20% for me. But anyway, 73% is yes.
Very cool. A benchmark is a survey marker that's usually circular, I don't know, about 5 inches, give or take, diameter. And they have certain information that's on it that says that this survey disc has a certain meaning right here where it's put. A lot of times it had to do way back when with dividing up parcels and land and things like that. Over the years, the U.S. government has an entire website for benchmarking. Geocaching.com hooked in with that because geocachers love going finding stuff. This is what it is. You can actually go to geocaching.com and click on about the benchmarks and look at the ones that are in your area. And you can actually go and find them. And it's actually helping the government because a lot of them, could be gone because of construction or whatever happens over time. If you can find them, you've got a spot to log it, and it literally helps them out.
I wonder if there's any in Apex.
Oh, I'm sure there is. So it's a lot of fun, and it's just another, object that geocachers like to go and find. And benchmarks can be pretty cool, and a lot of people get very, very serious with it. It's just another fun thing to go find.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Good stuff. All right, let's move on. Tonight's episode is brought to you in part by gxproxy.com and gxproxy.eu for our friends in Europe, for cachers serious about leaving their mark.
And also by coinsandpins.com, the best place to get custom coins, geocoins, lapel pins, and patches made. Go through our GeoSnippits links and use the promo code HeadHardHat for a 10% discount. And FYI for our listeners, you can sign up for their newsletter to get notified of when new coins and patches are available for sale. We're also very thankful to all of our sponsors, and if you want to see more of their products, be sure to go to our GeoSnippits websites and simply click on their logos. Not only do you get great deals, but it helps our program as well.
All right, good stuff. Moving on. Yeehaw! Yep. GeoBasics 101, Acronyms and Terms. GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast, episode 170. You know, it's really interesting when you go back to the basics, that there are so many acronyms that are out there. And I can see how that can very, very easily make things difficult for people. Now, over the years, and we're going to have a link for both of these. Geocaching.com actually has a glossary of terms where they kind of combine some acronyms and some actual terminology that you can go through and just give you definitions of anything that you deal with when it comes to talking about geocaching. I found another site called findyourgeocache.com. And they had put out not too long ago called Abbreviations Decoded. And some of these are actually fairly interested that if you want to increase your acronym repertoire, this is a good way to do that.
This first one, I have actually heard my family members give directions.
Really?
With this one, yes.
Okay, what's the acronym?
As the crow flies.
And it's ATCF. As the crow flies, point to point mileage.
Yeah.
So basically, if you think of it this way, the older GPS maps where it just said you're here and you're going there, and it's just a straight line.
It's as the crow flies.
As the crow flies, as opposed to how you would have to drive to get there.
Right, because that's a longer distance than as the crow flies.
Right. Absolutely. Another fun one that
Southerners would know that.
They would know that.
I don't know. There's a lot of people may know that. I just have always heard that growing up.
Yeah.
My uncle say, that place over there is about 3 miles as crow flies. I'm not a crow, dude.
Yes, very much so.
Today.
This is a very common one in Michigan. BYOP, bring your own pop. That's
really,
yeah, that's up in Michigan, where down here would be BYOS.
No, we always said BYOB.
It's not soda, it's something else.
Beer.
Oh, okay. Well, that could be too.
Come on.
For the older geocachers, not the younger ones that are under 21. I'm just saying. No, but actually BYOP is bring your own pen or pencil. That's been around for a long time. Let's see. CETO, we know, cash in, trash out. Since 2002. That's kind of an interesting. It's got little notes, and we'll have this in the show notes. Since 2002, geocachers have been dedicated to cleaning up parks and other cache-friendly places around the world. And that is awesome. CO, a lot of times we cache owner. We refer to that.
No, I don't want to say that.
Okay, family friendly.
No, I was going to say corrections officer, but
that is for the bad geocachers.
That is for the bad geocachers.
Or the Pokemon people that are trespassing when they're not supposed to be.
Yes, or playing while driving.
That too. Don't do that. That is bad. Even with the little flags that pop up now that say you're driving too fast, don't do that. I'm just saying. DNF did not find, absolutely, as opposed to FTF, first to find. Yes, love it. What does the R in GPSR stand for?
Receiver.
Very good. That's actually a HeadHardHat question.
Yeah, unlike mine, where I go to the depths of geocaching questions to find mine.
Mine are at least doable. I'm just saying.
I know. Everybody's like, you want me to fail.
GPSR, Global Position System or Satellite Receiver, which is that GZ.
Ground zero.
Ground zero. See, a lot of us are going, we know that. Well, no, there's new people that watch the show too. And it's like, I did not know that. So that's why we do this. It's back to basics. I have never seen anybody use just the letter L. Left means that they left a trade item, usually logged like this, L : keychain. I don't think I've ever seen that
I've
one.
never seen that one.
Okay, but it's out there for people to
Well, good for them.
mystify and use as they
They're
will.
like, well, who did this?
This one is made specially for Scott Burks. Leo, Leo.
Law enforcement officer.
Absolutely. Well, the other one was almost
Click,
correction officer. Scott Burks is one of the only geocachers that I know that has actually been escorted out of a state because of geocaching. True story. Check it out, Geocaching Podcast. Lots of times with the lights on. I'm just saying. LN.
Left nothing.
Left nothing. You know, and it's one of those things. One of the things we can bring in, because we're going through these kind of quick. How is your feelings, wife Amy,
They're
about acronyms in general when it comes to logging a geocache? Do you have any feelings at all?
If they are at the end, that is fine.
Okay.
I have no problem with them putting them at the end of a couple of statements.
Okay.
But that little thanks for the cash, took nothing, left nothing, period, and then that's it.
Yeah,
really?
you got a 4-letter
message. I mean, you got 8 letters right there for something that somebody took time and effort and creativity to put out.
Right. Exactly.
You can't come up with a couple of sentences
yes.
to write in a log. All you can come up with is 8 letters. Come on.
Yeah. Now I have to admit, obviously she's got her soapbox.
I do.
She's starting to get her southern up.
Oh God.
Okay. When it's something like a lamppost hide, and people do that, if it's a geocache that has almost zero personality.
You can't even say we were out today. I was out today with HHH and we found it.
Yeah, I was wife Amy.
Something.
Found the cache, sign log.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so a little bit of effort. They had
to at least come up with, even if it had no creativity, no anything, it was boring lamppost hide. That's fine.
Right.
Just they still had to take the effort to put it out.
Yes.
At least make the effort to put one sentence.
Now, I do agree with firefighter Skippy in the chat room that said found it is just as bad as TFTH.
Yes.
I agree.
I totally agree with that.
Give a little bit, you know, there was a time, okay, I'm going back in the old Wayback Machine.
I've got several soapboxes with this one, man.
People wrote when you had larger logs. Now, granted, with the small ones, you only have so much room, but electronically, you've got all the room in the world to put that in.
I don't care if you sign your initials. The only thing I do with a log is I put Team HeadHardHat.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's fine. It's a log.
Mm-hmm.
But electronically,
you got some room.
You got some room, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. And I agree. Just putting found it is like, meh.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a drop-down menu. Even that has that. Come on.
All right. Speaking of LPCs, Sunny from Podcaster's favorite geocache in the world. Don't let them fool you. LPC's lamppost cache.
Yes.
There are parts of the world that they do not have skirts. I don't know if they're just strictly long pants type people or what, but lamppost cache, they don't have the skirts like we do. They don't have the large concrete.
Where's that?
Europe.
Really?
Has a lot of places I've been told that do not have LPCs the way that they do in the States. But I think the reason why people are so with LPCs is because it's your standard lift the skirt. There's your 35 millimeter. Open the thing. Hopefully, it still seals and sign the log. Put it back.
That's fine.
When you've got 10 million of them, then it's not so fun. It loses its
spark. If you're going for numbers, then those are awesome.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody.
This is true. And
what did I tell you when I wanted to get to 200?
I wish I had something snappy, but I got nothing. I don't know what.
I told you that I didn't even care if they were lamppost hides.
Okay.
I wanted to get
You wanted to get to that milestone.
Yes.
Right.
So that's what those are used for, in my opinion, in my feeling is. That's what I use them for.
You need them for numbers, something to fill
if
up
you
quick.
need them for numbers, you need them to reach a milestone, they're awesome.
Okay.
Or if you just want to go out for lunch and get a quick one right quick.
Yeah. They have their place.
They have their place.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, people just, God, chill.
Yep. This one's interesting. I never heard of this one before, but I thought it was quite interesting.
Oh, I've never heard of this one.
A MEFF, MEFF, most esteemed first finder.
Most esteemed first finder.
Yes, for those of
that
us
should be in English.
are
accent.
so first to find that you're esteemed. You know, that's kind of like if you know, what's his face, if Hugh from Wolverine comes by.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, he would be most esteemed, I think.
He would be esteemed, yes.
Or pressed or whatever. I'm just saying, quit your drooling. Stop. Or Thor. Jeez. Did you notice the difference in the size? She's like, and I'm like, all right. This
I'm
is
like, Thor's on. He's like, Thor's on.
Yeah, gee, with him without his shirt on again. Really? Wow.
Yes, look. Like, anyway.
The MKH magnetic key holder. I've never seen it put in as a acronym before. That's kind of interesting, but yeah, MKH magnetic key holder, a hide-a-key box usually intended to conceal a car or house key, can be utilized as a ready-made micro container. They're very great, but they are not waterproof. So put them under something that's going to cover them. Don't just put them out in the middle of the elements because they will not work well.
This is back to the LPC.
Yes.
Sorry I missed this earlier, Starcatcher. Even a simple LPC is better than no cache in the area.
That is a fact.
That's true.
That is a fact.
All in perspective.
I sit corrected. Okay, I've never seen the acronym for this one either. I thought was rather unique. MOC, members only cache. I've seen them put members only, but I've never seen them put members only cache. So if you're a premium member, you have access to this. If you are a basic member, unfortunately, you are not. MOC.
Yes.
I haven't seen this one either, but I've heard the term NIAH.
Needle in a haystack.
Needle. In other words, bison tube.
Like that.
Bison tube and a grapevine.
Oh, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Needle in a haystack.
P&G.
Yes, P&G.
Procter and Gamble.
Procter and Gamble. I think they split up, if I remember correctly. Yeah, they are not P&G.
Procter or Gamble.
Yes.
They're Procter.
Your Boolean sign changes. I'm just saying. It's not and, it's an or. Park and grab. Easy to find that you can get very close to by the car. Sometimes you can roll down the window and get them.
A GRC.
Well, don't get ahead of us.
Oh, my bad.
A PAF, a PAF. Phone a friend.
Yeah, I think we've all done that at one point or another.
Yes. I see. You're working at the. You're looking at the chat room. I'm like, don't get there. GRC. Yes, GRC.
Yeah.
Firefighter Skippy says guardrail cache.
Yeah, I was looking at that. What do you? Hello, you know I don't know what the show's about.
I'm sorry.
Or egg
easy guardrail grab. I like that. See, this is why I love the chat room. They got our back. We got tons of stuff that they got in there. Phone a friend. Is it my imagination or not? Do people call other? We've got the technology now to almost instantly contact any geocacher now, because if you use the geocaching app, you've got the person right there. You just click the little button and a message goes to them. I
have actually used Facebook Messenger.
Have you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
But it seems like actually the old phone a friend doesn't seem as active anymore. And we've got the technology to do it more than ever.
Yeah. I think a lot more people do it than will admit that they do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if people are real honest.
Oh, we can't have that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I think if they're real honest with not only us, but themselves.
Yeah.
I think that they'll say, yeah, I've phoned a friend before.
And there's been times.
That's awesome. That's fine. Because I have literally been inside a bush on Facebook Messenger going, dude, I cannot find this. Where is it? Are you sure it's here?
Yeah.
And it's a friend of a friend too. And she's like, yes, I just saw it. I was just out there and I saw it. It's there.
Yeah.
This is what you're looking for. I'm like, all right,
fine.
Hang on. I'm looking. She's like, have you found it yet? I'm like, hang on.
Most of the time with phone a friends, the problem that I had is never having the direct number to call the person that would know.
Yeah, I didn't have her number handy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, okay, I know I have Facebook. So, yeah. I
Let's
was literally
see.
inside the bush.
Yeah, and it's nothing to be ashamed of to use
No.
it. It's like, hey, it's an access. It worked for how many millions of dollars that people won on that show. See,
people in the chat room, I use phone a friend when I need to.
Yes.
I think I'm guilty of overusing phone a friend. See, come on, people.
Well,
admit
if you gotta phone a friend too much, just bring them along with you when you go geocaching.
And that's more fun.
It's a lot easier. Yeah. Let's see. PI for poison ivy.
Woo.
I think I would actually put poison ivy if I meant to put something in as opposed to PI.
Yeah, I would not do that.
I would actually say
poison
ivy.
Yes.
Yes. Or sumac might be in the area, or oak, or whatever.
PO, that would change the whole definition, because I'd be like, PO. Does it smell?
Yeah, really.
What?
Yeah, what? No, that's PU.
Oh, okay. All right.
ROW, right of way, off in the area between the street and the sidewalk. I've never heard of it turned like that before.
Right away?
We call that mediums.
Yeah. Well, when I first started with the local government, I used to work in the construction management department. So right of ways were pretty common.
Yeah.
Phrases. SBA.
Should be archived.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of those, unfortunately. But yeah, it's easier to put it in. It's one of those things where you don't necessarily put you don't necessarily want to put archived on as the status for the geocache.
Yeah. So
it's kind of like, maybe this should be considered to be archived. Kind of a little early notice.
Yeah.
For something like that.
I'm always sad when some of the ones that I have found are archived now.
Oh, there's you'd be surprised the amount of percentage.
Yeah,
it just happens.
I'm like, oh,
SL.
that was a good one.
Yes. SL, signed log.
I freaking hate.
Yes. Found cache, signed log. The other one, the ever popular STF. Now, how bad is it?
Oh.
All right.
I hope you don't bring up a situation I'm thinking of.
No, I'm not. But you've got the first to finder.
Yep.
And then the first to finder gets bragging rights as far as I'm concerned. Now, there could be co-first to finders, and I have no problem with that, because sometimes you have one or more geocachers that are right there at the same time and they find it. Co-first to find. I have no problem with co-first to find.
Right.
Second to find is like, hey, I wasn't quite the fastest, but I got some recognition for being this. What they got a third to find, a fourth to find, a fifth to find, what? So I think that, second to finds are okay. I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm just kind of wondering what possessed somebody to say, you know what, we're number two. We're number two.
Yeah. To me, that is, that's like giving a trophy to everybody just because you
played. Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No, you either were first or you were not.
Yes.
No.
You either won or you didn't.
There are gold, silver, and bronze medals in the Olympics only.
Yes.
This is not first and second prize in geocaching.
Right.
Now there's no prizes, and I get this is just a game. It's not first to find and then I wasn't quite there, so I'm second.
Yeah.
Well, no kidding.
This one
I may have an opinion.
This one I don't know how accurate this is.
Just,
See, she's on her soapboxes.
I'm
trying to nudge her off the soapbox. So
You got acronyms. This is my huge soapbox. You got a show of soapbox.
This acronyms I never really realized before, but it makes perfect sense. The word swag, SWAG, often referred to as standing for stuff we all get.
I like that.
I love that. That is an awesome way of putting it. Includes the trade items left in caches by geocachers, stuff we all get.
That is one acronym that I can totally get with.
Yes, you do love your swag.
I do love my swag.
Okay, so now we before we had the L colon for left, now we have a T colon.
That's for timeout.
No, that's TO. That's for took. Usual shorthand is something like this: T colon keychain, L colon golf ball. That's really getting down to shorthand. Which brings back a time where I remember my mother trying to tell me about when she was a secretary and she had to know shorthand.
My mom did too.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that is a common thing to talk about. Let's go drink.
No.
But yeah, so my mom used to talk to me all the time about this scribble that she used to do, and it's all characters that are all known by shorthand people.
My mom could remember that or not. I'll have to ask her.
Yeah, we'll have to have her.
That's another random question.
There
She'll be
you
like,
go.
What?
What? Can you shorthand? What? Backhand maybe, but not shorthand. So yes,
some of them too.
Yeah, so T for took, L for left. So yeah, just going for there. TB for travel bug. That's a blanket term for trackable, including a geocoin. TFTC, thanks for the cash. I actually have a TFTC geocoin from way back when glossary or when acronyms were cooler, I guess, back then. So yes, TFTC, thanks for the cash, put more. An acronym written by geocachers in physical cache logbooks or online when logging cache finds, occasionally written as T4TC. All right, thanks for the cache. Haha. All right, next one, TFTH, thanks for the hide or hunt, occasionally written as T4TH. I don't think I've ever seen those, but that's kind of a cool way of doing it. TN for took nothing. Okay, now we're going to TN ourselves to crazy. So let me kind of get some of this down. TNLN for took nothing, left nothing. The ever popular TNLNSL for took nothing, left nothing, signed log.
Oh, good grief.
TNSL for took nothing, signed logbook. Or TNX4GC. TNX4GC.
Thanks for the geocache.
Yes.
Really?
That almost has a little
no
more
merit whatsoever.
Apparently not. Okay.
I'm sorry.
A favorite word I just like saying?
Tot.
TOTT.
That is cute.
Tools of the trade. TP. TPTB.
I've never heard of that one.
The powers that be.
I've never heard
that
of
is
that
an
one.
Interesting way of putting it. It refers to the upper echelon of the geocaching.com administrative hierarchy.
It's funny.
Ups.
A natural pile of sticks.
Natural pile of sticks. Yeah, because nature just doesn't grow like that. UPR, unnatural pile of rocks. Well, you got unnatural pile of sticks, unnatural pile of rocks.
URP.
Yes, a natural rock pile.
Yes, because we can't have too many acronyms for rock piles.
A couple more here. XNSL, exchange nothing, signed log. See, now you almost have to have the scorecard just to keep up with this. And finally, YAP.
This was funny.
YAPIDKA. Let me say it one more time. YAPIDKA.
Yet another park I didn't know about.
There you go.
All right, now that one's funny.
That's funny. I do like that.
All right, now, all of this, I'm getting upset over these acronyms. And I don't know that. But some of these are funny.
Yes.
And I may actually use that last one. But I use them as, and I do use some of them as an ending to my writing.
Right.
but
To use only
I'll use
acronyms,
only acronyms, I think is a
disservice.
disservice or disrespectful to the cache owner.
I agree.
That's my whole point.
I think we live in a world now where everything's 100 characters or less. We're used to acronyms. I mean, heck, we're getting so bad now that all we've got are emojis now. We don't even talk words.
Yes. You remember when...
Do we have emoji logs in geocaching? I'm just saying.
I don't know. I remember one time when you and Geonis were talking and she looked at you and said, lol, and you went,
That is not a word.
Off.
That
you
is
said,
not
that's
a word.
not a word. She said, yes, it is. You said, how is that a word?
You show me in the dictionary where lol is a word and I'll go with it.
She's like, Dad, it means laugh out loud. He says, those are words. Lol is not a word. Yeah, it was crazy. I was laughing.
Yeah, it's really something. And actually it's a problem that English literature for the teachers and for in general for papers and that people are putting in, the students are putting everything in acronyms. I'd love to see the grade that somebody puts in on an emoji on a term paper. I'm just saying.
Somebody just made a good point too.
What's that?
She said that she would take an acronym over nice.
Okay, it's a little more expressive, I guess, but even so, I would rather have a couple sentences saying,
well, I agree.
Really enjoyed your cache. Great job. Thank you so much. And just, 3 sentences and you go, or 3.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
But just one word, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the same thing. It's very bland. It's very disrespectful. It's like, if you put if you sit there and put all the hours and time and effort and to hide this thing and to maintain it and all the rest of that, and all you get is nice because people are getting too lazy to do it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Somebody put in her log, TFT smiley, SLTNLN.
Yeah. Okay.
At least you wrote a word.
At least if you're going to go through that, thanks for the smiley.
No, the letters TFT smiley.
Yes, I know, but that's basically what it meant. Yeah, if you're going to put that many things in acronyms, just write the sentence. I'm just saying. Okay, we'll get off our soapbox. We'll get off our soapbox.
They said I need chocolate after you put me through this stress tonight.
Okay. Well, at least we didn't talk about creepy crawlies tonight. So
yeah, that just makes me itch.
Just saying. All right, good stuff. But you can see how things can go with acronyms, and they have their place. But on the other point, just write them out, for crying out loud. Give some verbiage. Be verbose. We'd appreciate it. Just saying. All right, let's move on.
Your support helps keep all of the GeoSnippits Reboot shows running along. Please consider making a PayPal donation through the link on our website to support our efforts and your ongoing entertainment. From all of us at GeoSnippits, we thank you.
Yeah, we got some really good discussion going on in the chat room. I love when things go on. Stuff like that. That's good stuff. All right, folks, just to let you know, we are getting towards believe it or not, the second half of the year. All the big bills start coming in towards the end of the year when it comes for geocaching. So if you can afford it, please consider going to geosnippets.com or geosnippetsreboot.com. Click on either PayPal or our Patreon logos. And if you can throw a couple bucks each week or each month, we would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Literally helps keep things going. And we can't do it by ourselves. And we greatly appreciate your help for keeping things moving along. Thank you so much for the folks that are. And if you're considering it, now's kind of the time to start getting into it. If you haven't given in a while, now's the time to maybe consider throwing a couple extra bucks as well. We really do appreciate it. And all the money does go to the show. So thank you again for all the folks that do. All right. Good stuff. I think it is time to move on. All right. It is time for the GeoSnippits Geocaching Cache Stash. Let me explain what that is. We have some of the best companies in the geocaching world, and quite frankly, they want you fine folks to know about their stuff so you can go online where they are and buy it, because that's the best way to do. And to showcase their stuff, what they'll do is send us these little geocaching packages of love that they'll send, which are products that they provide. And we get them and we get to look at them and oogle them and say, I really want this one and this one and this one. And then we give them to you guys for prizes, because that's what we do. It's the GeoSnippits Geocaching Cache Stash. We do it each and every week. And wife Amy, we've got, let's see, question for last week was episode 169. What was the prize?
Awkward silence. From coinsandpins.com. It was the poker chip geocoin and bronze holder, which is really, really nice.
These are really cool. This is the bronze holder. I know you can't see it too much in the packaging, but it's got kind of a shield look to it, the front. We've got the poker chip geocoin, and it can fit very nicely if the plastic wasn't
nice
there.
Prize.
Just saying, beautiful way of displaying your favorite geocoin out in the open, because they need to breathe. I'm just saying. So very, very good stuff. Thank you.
Closed up in a case.
Thank you to coinsandpins.com. They're on the inside going, ah! So anyways, Coins and Pins, thank you, Aaron, for donating that. And let's see, what was the question?
All right. According to geocaching.com, how many dedicated volunteers give their time and talent to support the worldwide geocaching community?
All righty.
And the answer is more than 400 dedicated volunteers give their time and talent to support the worldwide geocaching community.
And when you're talking about literally the worldwide geocaching community,
that's a bunch.
With millions of people,
that is not enough.
That is a very small number if you really think about it. So thank you to all the volunteers for helping out with our sport and obsession. I'm just saying, thank you so much.
And theirs.
All right. So this is how this works. I got a new tablet.
Thanks to Miss Giannis.
Thanks to Miss Giannis, who got it for me when we got the phone. I'm just saying, very cool stuff. And so this is neat. I'm going to swipe the screen so I can bring this up. The way this works is we have a random number generator that has between 1 and the total number of correct answers that were sent in for last week's question. I know the one is a little on the tougher side for this one for people to dig for, but people did do it. And they were able to come up with the answers. We also have, it's so much faster than my old Nexus. Here are all the emails that were sent in to us with the correct answer. Now, wife Amy is going to flip her magic geocoin and hopefully not drop it. I'm not jinxing her or nothing. And it's either going to be heads or tails. If, say, the random number was 4, it's not 4, and she did heads, we would count 1, 2, 3, 4 from the top. If it was tails, we'd count from the bottom 4, and that would be the winner. It adds a little bit of randomness to the mix for whoever's going to be the winner for this. So, wife Amy, are we going heads down or tails up?
Heads.
Heads. All right. And let's see. Now we have, I think this one's new. Paula Tuttle.
Yeah.
Oh, Arbor Hills, Michigan. I used to live out that way.
Oh.
Paula Tuttle from Arbor Hills, Michigan. Congratulations, Country Queen. You are, country.
She's in the chat room.
Is she? Oh, yeah, absolutely, she is. Congratulations, Paula. You are the winner of the coin and the holder, and congratulations. Excellent stuff. Now you might be saying to yourself, "Well, wait a minute, that was pretty easy. I didn't know it was that easy." And they give away a lot of cool stuff, and we do give away a lot of good stuff. How do you win it? Well, it's very, very simple. To be eligible to win a prize from the Cache Stash, all you have to do is send in your answers, just like these fine folks did. And here, I'm going to mark this so that I don't forget. It's back. All all correct answers for this episode has to be in by August 17th. That's next Wednesday, 2016. So August 17th, 2016. Send it to an email, your answer to gsreboot@gmail.com. That's gsreboot@gmail.com. Subject Q1, episode 170 for this week's show. All correct answers will be put in a drawing just like we just did. Sometimes during the month, we have a live giveaway where we give away just right here, right now, to the people that are in the chat room and watching this live as we do the show. We don't have it this week, but we do it at least once a month, and we only got a couple weeks left. So I'm thinking the odds are really good. Either next week or the following week, we're going to give away a really cool prize for some lucky winner live. So keep that in mind. It just gives that extra incentive to come join us when we record the show live and to give you an extra chance to win a cool prize. Good stuff. Now we have from wife Amy the question for episode 170, which is this episode. What is the prize?
It's from cash-advance.com. It's Dr. B's newbie kit.
This is awesome. Excuse me. This is one of the original products that cash-advance.com did. It is Dr. B's newbie kit, and inside is a small size geocache, all sorts of goodies, everything that you want to do. This will make a great kit for repair after you make your geocache and put it out into the real world. There's tons of stuff. There's guidelines, anything for a new person that wants to put out a geocache. This is an awesome gift, and I highly, highly recommend it. And like I said, the holidays are coming. This is something cool you want to put in somebody's stocking. This would be good. Cash-advance.com.
Oh, it talks about leave no trace, plan ahead and prepared, travel and cache on durable surfaces, dispose of waste properly.
Yeah, I mean, it's all the cool guidelines.
Yeah, it's all
and
cool
ways
stuff
that you can do in a nice contained package. And when you're done, you've got a geocache that you can go and hide.
It includes a micro cache, trackable, write in the rain,
Logbook,
log papers, stash notes and logbook, permanent marker, geocaching sticker, decryption key, geocaching creed, pencils, leave no trace, hang tag, and assorted plastic bags.
Awesome. Good stuff.
Just so you know what's in there.
Just so you know, you got everything you have for putting out your own geocache. So very cool. What is the question that they need to answer?
Question is, how many people must log into an event to make it a giga?
Very cool. One more time, just so they can get it.
How many people must log into an event to make it a giga?
All right, get your answers in. Send them in with for episode 170, and we will see who wins that cool Dr. B's kit next week. Excellent stuff. All right, I think it is time to move on and wrap this up. Well, we hope you enjoyed the show and having a little fun with us as we go through acronyms. Some ones that I've never heard before that I just may end up using. Pretty cool. And you can get a list and the links to not only geocaching.com's glossary of terms, but also the same list that we went through tonight as well. You can get it in the show notes. Just go to GeoSnippitsReboot.com after we publish tonight and check out episode 170. Not only do you get access to the video, the audio, and all the show notes, it's all right there. And all of our shows, by the way, if you want to go back and check out past episodes, all of them are stored on GeoSnippitsReboot.com. So you can go check that out as well. Very cool stuff. We hope you enjoyed the show. Please let us know any other things that you want to be included in the show, more of, less than, whatever you'd like. Show suggestions. Please get in your show suggestions because we much rather do stuff that you guys want to have us listen and talk about. We'd much rather do it from you guys than having us just pluck things out and figure things that way. We love your show suggestions. Be sure to send it in to gsreboot@gmail.com. Please consider becoming a patron. Greatly appreciated. And finally, please tell other geocachers about our show, especially new ones, because we're not necessarily just a tutorial, but we do tend to do a lot of tutorial type things, and new geocachers can really benefit, as I'm sure you're aware. So let geocachers know about us. We'd greatly appreciate it. And wife Amy, if you'd be so kind to close this out.
Thank you to our sponsors, gxproxy.com and coinsandpittance.com, plus our amazing patrons.
Absolutely.
Thanks to Andy HeadHardHat Smith, and thanks to everyone watching in our chat room. Please keep those comments coming in, and we'll see y'all next time.
All right. Special thanks to wife Amy for all the fun things that she does. And thank you to you, because we couldn't do it without you. And we really appreciate the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast universe. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Have a safe one out there, folks. And we will see you next week on the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. See you out on the trails, folks. Bye-bye. Please be sure to join us each and every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for another episode of the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast, right here on the GeoSnippits website at www.geosnippits.com. The video version of our show is available on YouTube, and the audio version is available on iTunes, Stitcher, Blueberry, the Tech Podcast Network, Google Play, and many of your favorite podcatchers. We love hearing from our viewers and listeners, so please leave your feedback by emailing us at gsreboot@gmail.com. Visit us through our social media sites, or contact us via our voicemail line at 919-341-9519, or use our website Send Voicemail tab. GeoSnippits Reboot is a HeadHardHat production and is produced by Amy and Andy Smith. This show is copyright 2016 by Andrew T. Smith. All rights reserved. And clear. All right, folks, thank you so much for all the stuff. Thanks for putting up with the technical difficulties. I guess the audio and video was kind of playing a little bit back and forth.
Sketchy.
Hangouts, we got a clear picture here, and I don't know what's going on.
Sorry about that, though.
Yeah, sometimes it just plain happens, and we go from there. We're a victim of our own technology.
Yeah, well,
that's how it goes. We do the best we can, but be sure to check out the video. It'll be fine, and also the audio as well when it gets published in the next hour or so when I get done publishing it. So it comes
out on YouTube immediately.
It does. Have a good one. Have a safe one, and we will see you fine folks next week. Bye-bye.